Hey everyone, Sean here coming at you with some more of the Unofficial Batman Trivia Challenge. Thank you everyone who tried to take this quiz with me last time. It was not very easy. Questions 1 through 25 were pretty tough. This is our chance to redeem ourselves. I have once again gone through and done the next 25 questions, so this is questions 26 through 50. I have not looked at the answers, but I do have the answer key right here, ready to go. So I'll go over the questions, and I invite you all to quiz yourselves along with me. All right, so question number 26. When the evil god Darkseid sent Batman backward in time, the Dark Knight found himself in a cave. What DC character was in the cave living out his final moments? That would have been Anthro, the first boy. And the only reason I remember that, Grant Morrison, is because you said the Commandy was going to be involved also. So you'd have Anthro, the first boy, and Commandy, the last boy on Earth. I don't think that Commandy really showed up. Maybe he did. I don't remember it though. Supposedly that was how Final Crisis was going to end. But I actually don't really remember how it ended. Maybe he actually did that, but I don't remember. Maybe I shouldn't judge until I go back and look. All right, question number 27. In his early adventures in night, I should probably check and make sure that's right. I know it's right though. Yeah, Anthro. It just says Anthro in the answer guide. In his earliest adventures in 1939 and the 1940s, Batman's suit was an acrobatic outfit with some bulletproof material guarding a large part of his front torso. True or false? That would be true. And it's true. Question number 28. In the first issue of The Return of Bruce Wayne, a lot of Grant Morrison stuff here, the Dark Knight found himself in prehistoric times and encountered a younger version of the near-immortal villain known as Vandal Savage. In those far-off days, what was Vandal Savage called? That doesn't really seem like a Batman question. So I cheated on this one a little bit, guys. I pulled out my copy of The Return of Bruce Wayne and found out that Vandal Savage was actually called Vandar Arg. And I'm sure that's right because I looked it up. Vandar Arg of the Blood Clan is actually the proper answer. I'm going to give myself credit. So right now we're doing good. We got 3 out of 3. Again, I remember reading that question last time when I did this, and it was just kind of like, why is that question even in here? But anyway, question number 29. When Batman first met a certain vigilante who was introduced on radio in 1930, he said that the older hero had been an inspiration to him. Who was this mysterious figure? This one I took a guess on. I'm not 100% sure, but the little hint that he was introduced on radio in 1930 made me think that it might be the Shadow. So we'll take a look. The Shadow is correct. Awesome. So we're 4 for 4. When Sacha Bordeaux operated alongside Batman, what codename did she use? And this is a multiple choice question. Batgirl, Sparrow, Cover, or she didn't use a codename, though she is referred to as Cover from time to time, basically. I picked D. There was no codename, to my knowledge. I guess Cover, but whatever. There wasn't really a codename. And that was correct. Question number 31. According to some accounts, Bruce Wayne initially tried to become an FBI agent before deciding to operate as a vigilante. In his FBI exams, in what area did he not receive top marks? And then I'm also going to read these. I guessed on both of these ones. I haven't read the comic book where he's trained to be an FBI guy. And the next 2 questions actually have to do with that. So I'll read the next one as well. Why did Bruce Wayne decide the FBI was not for him? So I put he did not receive top marks in marksmanship or accuracy with a gun or whatever because he doesn't use guns. I thought that'd be hilarious. And then for why did Bruce Wayne decide the FBI was not for him? And I said because they use guns. So we'll see how right those are. So question number 31. Marksmanship actually is the right answer. That's cool. He decided the FBI was not for him because he believed that it was hampered from fighting crime more effectively due to paperwork, politics, and rules. So I got that one very wrong. So I'll go ahead and cross that one off. So we are now at 6 out of 7, which isn't too bad. Question number 33. According to an issue of Starman, what is Bruce Wayne's favorite Woody Allen film? I have no idea. If you haven't noticed, a lot of these I have no idea. Because I was feeling cheeky, this was around the time I was answering those guns questions, I put Crimes and Misdemeanors. Because it's Woody Allen. And of all the Woody Allen movies I can think of, it seems like that would be the one that would most appeal to him because it's very cerebral and it's got a lot about crime and about what makes a criminal tick and stuff like that. So I went with Crimes and Misdemeanors. And that's question number 33. Crimes and Misdemeanors. That's very interesting. The next question I didn't even guess on. Question number 34. Starting in childhood, Bruce began a long-distance game of chess with a pen pal whose true identity he didn't know. As adults, they continued playing each other on a regular basis, sending moves via email. Can't talk today. Who was Bruce's unseen chess opponent? I don't know. I would guess Tommy Elliott. But it would actually be Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin. That's random. I wonder how that all happened. Who's read that story? Tell me down below if you've read that story. I'd be curious to know what issue that is in. That'd be kind of fun. So, okay, we are rounding. We're on question 10 right now, and we've got 3 wrongs so far. No, 2 wrong so far. Excuse me. I didn't expect to get Crimes and Misdemeanors right, so 2 wrong. Question number 35. In the story Infinite Crisis, Batman became so infuriated with a villain, he drew a gun on him. Who was this villain? It was Lex Luthor from Earth 3. And it was one of the moments that I really disliked Final Crisis because Batman drew a gun and it was stupid. Anyway, yeah, Alexander Luthor, I guess. It's Alexander Luthor. I'm going to give myself credit. And you should too, if you said Lex Luthor. Question number 36. Who had the villain of question 35, or what had the villain of question 35 done that enraged Batman so much? He killed Superboy. Well, yeah, basically he killed him, and Batman was upset about it, or whatever. See, that's why it's so stupid, because it's like, maybe if he had killed Robin, Batman would draw a gun, but, like, Batman doesn't care that much about Superboy. Like, you know what I mean? This is dumb. Let me just make sure that's correct. By the way, this was a multiple choice question. It was Jim Gordon, Jason Todd, or Stephanie Brown. I mean, if you know your Batman lore, by process of elimination, you can eliminate the other ones, obviously. And it's Superboy. So it's number D, or letter D, and that was correct. Question number 37. Professor Carter Nichols helped Batman and the original Robin transfer themselves through time in various adventures. In Batman number 700, what did the Dark Knight call the machine that Nichols used to achieve his strange form of mental projection time travel? This is another one I actually looked up because I had issue 700 lying around. It was the Maybe Machine. And that's correct. Give yourself credit. If you have issue 700 and can look it up, you give yourselves credit. This book is freaking hard. And this is getting hard for me, and we're only on question 38 out of 800. All right. By 1964, sales of Batman comics had fallen so much that, according to Bob Kane, DC Comics considered simply canceling the hero's stories or killing him off. That's true or false? The answer is true. The answer is true. Question number 39. How long did Bruce stay with the Brotherhood of the Ten-Eyed Men? I did not answer this question because I have no idea. I know that there's the Ten-Eyed Villain guy from, like, pre-Denny O'Neil, like, the guy who has eyes on his fingers or whatever, but I don't know about a Brotherhood of Ten-Eyed Men. So if you know who those guys are, you should tell me. Maybe it's part of that story, and I just don't remember. I just remember there was a guy with eyes on his fingers. I don't know if that's what they're talking about or not. Anyway, the answer to question number 39 is 6 months. So I got that wrong because I didn't guess anything. So let's see. That was question number 39. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 right out of 14. All right. So question number 40. While he was training to become Batman, Bruce Wayne often used the alias Frank Dixon. This is a reference to Franklin W. Dixon, the collective pseudonym used by ghostwriters for what famous detective series? Again, not actually a Batman question, but it's the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys. I only remember that because I read a whole bunch of those when I was young. We had like the yellow hardcover ones that they still print those. I feel like in exactly the same way they were printed like when I was a kid, and probably when you guys were kids too. Question number 41. Evidently disagreeing with the usual standard that Bruce lost his parents when he was either 8 or 10, how old did Batman year 1 say the boy had been? So how old was Batman when he lost his parents in Batman year 1? I don't know, and I don't care. But the answer is 6 years old. So there you go. That's one of those. It's like he lost them when they were kids. I got another one wrong. So I was going to quick retally. I forgot how many I've gotten wrong so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? Just 4 wrong? Okay, 4. Anyway, it's like he lost him when he was young. Like, it doesn't matter how old. Whatever. I don't remember numbers very well. Especially when there's been multiple different numbers. Anyway, question number 42. According to the series Batman and the Monster Men and Batman and the Mad Monk, how did Jim Gordon contact Batman before the Bat Signal was created? It's been a long time since these are the Matt Wagner books. I don't know if anybody else read these. Like, it was a big deal when they were coming out. But if I remember right, they were supposed to be 3 series. It was like three 6-issue series, and they only ever did 2 of them. So I always kind of assumed that nobody read them. But the options, this is a multiple choice one. A, Gordon contacted him on a scrambled line, which would set off a special red phone in Wayne Manor. B, Gordon got on the police radio and called for Unit 13. C, Gordon had a special pager that would send a signal to Batman. Or D, Gordon would leave a message on an encrypted website that could be traced to an IP server address. It was a special pager that would send a signal to Batman. C. And yes, that's correct. I don't think I would have gotten that without the multiple choice. That's why I went ahead and read all of those ones off. Another question about Batman and the Mad Monk. According to Batman and the Mad Monk, why did Gordon prefer to use the bat signal rather than his previous method of contacting the Dark Knight for help? This is the stupidest reason ever, by the way. Basically, he wanted to make sure his superiors know whenever he was calling Batman for help. So it's not to like strike fear into criminals. It was like to let them know that he was using vigilante help. That's just stupid. But that's the reason why. And where is that? And the answer they give is he wanted to be open with his superiors about when he was contacting Batman for help, even if it angered them. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was dumb. That was a stupid. I didn't love that. I really like Matt Wagner as an artist, but I didn't love that series of books. Okay, question number 44. Only about 6 questions to go here. When Bruce Wayne was interviewed on a late-night radio show, he wound up dating the host for some time. What was the name of this woman? And there's a hint. Her name is the Latin word for evening. I'll give you another hint. She's the person who was killed in Batman Murderer, and that was Vesper Fairchild. Am I right? Yes, I am. Question number 45 is another one I didn't even guess on. In his youth, Bruce spent summer vacations playing with a young girl. Later on, she became involved in organized crime like her father. Who was she? She was Mallory Moxon. So that's the second time that names came up. Not Mallory, but the Moxon name, and that was the person who. That was I remember being a multiple. Oh yeah, that was the. So her father is Lou Moxon, who in the 1956 story that was removed from continuity, he was the person that Joe Chill was working for when he killed his parents. So then, and this is part of like the ironic era of Batman, where like he happens to know all these people that murdered. Like he used to play with Joe Chill when he was a kid, and then now he. What question is it? Oh, I just totally lost it. Oh, here it is. He spent vacations playing with Lou Moxon's son, who is also the person who hired Joe Chill, and just like all the random melodrama, like true melodrama here. Anyway, question number 46. In the New 52 reboot continuity, as seen in Justice League number 5, how old does Bruce Wayne say he was when his parents died? Again, I don't care because it's anything between 6 and 10, apparently. So the answer is 10. I gotta admit, I'm not doing as well here, guys. I am getting quite a few more wrong than I got last time around, unfortunately. Looks like we're up to 6 wrong, I think. Okay, next couple questions. So, getting close to the end here. Question number 47. When he was researching ways to defeat the Martian Manhunter, in case Manhunter ever went rogue, Batman figured out a way to keep these ideas and plans secret from the Martian's telepathy. What did he do? And this is a multiple choice one. He installed a telepathic guard in his cowl. That's the first option. Second option is he programmed a post-hypnotic suggestion into his own mind so he would forget about his plans until he heard a special phrase. That's B. That's the correct answer. And then he had question number C. He had Robin do research and planning and asked the young hero to keep information secret. Yeah, that's hilarious. And then D. He had the Sorcerer Dr. Fate install a telepathic shield over his thoughts. No, it was post-hypnotic suggestion. And that's correct. Okay, question number 48. With what actor turned criminal did Bruce's ex, Julie Madison, co-star in one film? If it's an actor turned criminal, I'm guessing that it's Clayface. And the answer is Basil Carlo. For the record, that is actually Clayface. So there you go. I don't know why they don't say it's Clayface. Whatever. It's Basil Carlo is Clayface. He's one of many, but we'll call it good. I'm going to give myself credit for that one. Question number 49, penultimate question for the night. Batman's most famous cover identity is Matches Malone, a criminal with a North New Jersey accent. Why do people call this character Matches? Because he always has matches. He always has a match in his mouth. If you look at Batman Incorporated issue number 3, he has a match in his mouth. There's a picture of Matches Malone in that on the cover of Incorporated number 3, and he has that match. So there you go. And that's the answer. He always has a match in his mouth. Duh. Come on. That's an easy one. Question number 50. The last one for now. In the New 52 reboot continuity, it was revealed that as a child, Bruce Wayne suspected the murder of his parents might have been more than simply a mugging. Who did he think might have ordered their deaths? The Court of Owls, of course. It's New 52, so everything's owls. Or the Society of Owls. It's the Court of Owls. I give myself credit for that one, too. Okay, so we've got quite a few wrong on this one. It looks like we got, tally them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, maybe just 6. So that means we got 19, or I got 19 out of 25 on this one. Let me know below how you guys did. And then out of 50, I'm only scoring 39. Oof. I feel less bat awesome than I did last time. That extra, I guess it's only one different than the last time, but still. I want to get them all right. Anyway, so there you go. Those are your unofficial Batman Trivia Challenge questions for the day. And I hope you did better than I did. And I hope you continue to do these questions with me because it's kind of fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.